Welcome everyone to Mystics pregame. Washington is coming off a 94-84 loss to the Minnesota Lynx. That was the only loss during a three-game homestand that took place last week. They're now 21-15 as they head into Portland tonight to face the Fire. The Mystics, that who are currently in seventh place in the league standings, can clinch a playoff berth tonight with a win over the Fire, coupled with a loss by the Chicago Sky. I believe take on the Indiana Fever this evening. Portland had a two-game win streak snapped by an 82-79 loss to the Toronto Tempo. Um, Conversely, on the other side of that, Toronto snapped a 12-game losing streak, I believe, by getting that win. The season series is tied at one apiece between these two teams. The first game went to Washington, and that was that four overtime game that took place back on June 28th. Portland then beat Washington 75-56 on June 16th. Tonight's matchup will be the final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. As far as the injury report goes, Washington, Shakira Austin is listed as questionable. It would be a game time decision, while Portland will be without Louisa Jels Sloter, Sarah Ashley Barker, and Sanaya Fagan. Portland is led by guard Carla Lette, 15 points. She's averaging 15 points and 6 assists a game on the year. Bridget Carlton averages just under 15 to contest at like 14.6. The Fire attempt the second most threes per game in the league. They get up 29.3 per contest. They're shooting 35%. It's 34.9 comfortable, rolling it up to 35. While they don't excel at getting to the foul line, when they do get there, they make the most of those trips. They're shooting 80% as a team from the charity stripe. They also move the ball fairly well, averaging 20.8 assists per game, which has them, I think, kind of in the middle of the pack, uh, middle pack of the league. An area in which they do struggle quite a bit is on the glass. They're dead last in the league in rebounding at just 30.4 rebounds a game. Opponents shoot 46.3% from the floor against the Fire, including 34 from deep. But let's get to the keys to tonight's game. The Mystics, they need to defend that three-point line. As I said, Portland is second in the league in terms of the number of threes that they get up per game. It's a huge weapon for them, and we saw that not even in that last game, but going back to that first game, that quadruple overtime game. Huge shots that were hit. Most of them were threes for Portland. And even going in that game, they hit 14 threes in that game. They got to the line 21 times. In that second matchup, in which Portland won, was it 75-56? They hit 10 threes in that matchup. So again, the three-point line is going to be huge. It's imperative that Washington defends that much better than they did in those first two contests. One of Portland's weaknesses, as I mentioned earlier, is how they fare on the glass, and that happens to match up with a Mystic strength. So for Washington, they just got to make sure that holds serve. If they do their normal damage, they do lead the league in rebounding. In that regard, they should be fine. And then, the thing we've talked about all year, Washington has to take care of the ball. We've said it before and after nearly each and every game. Um, there's maybe been a handful of games this year where, we've gotten on Outlook and mentioned that, it wasn't that bad or what have you. But more often than not this year, that's been a common theme and something that's gotten in the way more than not. Washington turned it over 19 times in their last game against Portland, and that led to 22 points. So again, taking care of the ball is huge, as always, for Washington is one of the most important things. And lastly, Washington just needs to play to their standard. Um, Come out engaged on the defensive end. Again, I keep thinking about that game. I think it was against the Sparks. I know it was at home when, they kind of slept walk through three quarters before kind of tightening up late, create some separation. You're in the playoff hunt, uh, possibly a berth. You can clinch a berth tonight. And the first part of that is taking care of your business, handling your business tonight. If you lose to Portland and Chicago ends up losing, then it means nothing. So they need to go in there tonight, be locked in on that end of the floor, especially with taking away the three-point line from them. And they need to do a better job dealing with Carla that they that first game she went off a little bit, and she's been okay against them this year. Um, but again, if they take care of these things, defend the three-point line, take good care of the ball, take care of the ball, and just do their normal damage inside, which is owning the glass, protecting the paint, what have you, getting to the line, and obviously this goes hand in hand with the mystics with the turnovers. Take care of the ball, make it count at the line. So we'll see what if they're able to do those things, and we'll check in with you guys tonight after the game. I think tip off is about 7, so we'll see you guys for outlook around 9:30 or so. Enjoy tonight's game.